Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here at Spielberg for the Austrian Grand Prix and for round 9 of the Season 2 Championship, and now we'll take a look at how the championship standings look, as it's Leclerc who leads the way with ourselves in second position, but Hulkenberg in third, closing up, and others not too far behind as well.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Nico Hulkenberg lines up on pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Weber, Norris, Charles Leclerc, the Rainmaster, Verstappen, Hamilton, Butler and Valtteri Bottas, Perez, Russell, Romain Grosjean and Vettel, Kubica, Albon, Daniel Kvyat and Kimi Raikkonen. Gasly and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
And so we line up on 6th position on the grid for today's race as the lights go out now, and it's been an absolute lightning start from Charles Leclerc, who gets up into 4th position ahead of Lando Norris, and we're going to stay behind in 6th position for the moment here, but it's going to be Norris to try and re-overtake Charles Leclerc here maybe, or it's going to be side by side further ahead with Ricciardo and Weber as well, as we have to avoid the car of Norris there, and we are able to do that. But it's going to be Lucas Weber, and he is right on the back of Daniel Ricciardo's Renault car here. Side by side they go into the hairpin corner, and who's going to come out on top between these two drivers? And it looks like Weber has had the better exit, and he does indeed get ahead of the Renault driver. But is he going to come back? And it's now side by side between them again into turn 4 now, and it's Weber who defends the position for the moment. But we're going to go on board with Lando Norris here right behind the Racing Point car of Charles Leclerc, our teammate here. Side by side they go into the penultimate corner, and that could have been some contact there, but not sure how much damage there's going to be on the car as we go on to lap 3 now, and we are on the back of Lando Norris now with some DRS as well, and it might be 3 wide going into the hairpin as we slightly back out of that there. Don't want to get involved in any collisions early on in the race, as Norris gets past Leclerc, and can maybe we as well get past our teammate? And yes we do. And can we try and challenge Lando Norris now into turn 4? I'm not quite getting the mood on Lando Norris here, but now on to lap 4 here, and we now have DRS on Lando Norris here into the first corner. We make a little move, and that forces him into a defensive move into the first corner, so we now go side by side with the McLaren car, as also it's Hamilton going side by side with the Red Bull of Verstappen going into the hairpin. And is he going to go around the outside and of Leclerc as well? And that's a double overtake there from Lewis Hamilton, as we are able to get past Lando Norris. And could Hamilton maybe make it 3 cars in the space of as many corners around the outside? He tries to go side by side, and is he going to make this move stick, or will Lando Norris be able to defend the position? And it looks like it's the overtake for Hamilton here, and now it's going to be Charles Leclerc as he goes side by side with Lando Norris, but we also go side by side with Lewis Hamilton into the hairpin as Leclerc goes around the outside of the McLaren car, as Hamilton also gets past our own car as well. And can Lando Norris maybe challenge back? No, that is not a possibility, as we take a look behind the car of Lewis Hamilton, but it's not going to be quite enough at this moment. But it's going to be on to the start of lap 8 here. We've got DRS on Lewis Hamilton heading towards the hairpin. We have got the move done before the corner here, and that is up back to P4, and that's another overtake for us. But it's going to be Sergio Perez now, who is right on the back of Valtteri Bottas' Mercedes car with the DRS as well. And is he going to be able to make the move? And it's Grosjean also going to make it 3 wide heading into the hairpin here. And who is going to come out on top between these 3 drivers here and get the better exit out of the corner, as it looks like Perez has lost out here to the other 2 drivers who are still side by side. But now it's going to be George Russell to join the action, as that's a big lockup from Valtteri Bottas, and that means that Grosjean gets out ahead of him, but it's still side by side with Russell and Perez here. And who's going to come out on top between these 2 drivers? And it's Russell who has the inside line heading into these corners, but is he going to be able to make the move stick? And it looks like for the moment, yes, he is indeed going to do so, but it's going to be Valtteri Bottas on the back of Romain Grosjean, side by side into the penultimate corner, and now into the final corner as well. And who is going to appear out on top? They are still side by side now, but it's going to be Bottas ahead of Grosjean, and now Russell also ahead of Grosjean here, heading into the first corner. And now it's nose to tail completely between multiple drivers here, and now Perez is going to try and overtake Romain Grosjean here, heading towards the hairpin corner, and it's now side by side between Valtteri Bottas and George Russell as well, as it looks like it's going to be Perez with a better exit than Grosjean, and it's going to be George Russell ahead of Valtteri Bottas as well, but it's going to be a fight back from Grosjean on Perez here, side by side, and who's going to come out on top? And it looks like it's just going to be slightly Romain Grosjean, but Perez is going to hang in there and try and keep the position, but is he going to be able to do so? Not quite at this moment in time. But now it's going to be Devin Butler, and now he's right on the back of Max Verstappen's Red Bull here, heading in to the penultimate corner. They go side by side, and now who is going to come out on top between these two drivers here? And now down the main straight they go, and it looks like it's going to be Devin Butler who has the advantage heading into the first corner, and he takes away the position from the Red Bull driver here. But now it's going to be Charles Leclerc who is right on the back, and now side by side to Lewis Hamilton heading into the hairpin. Who is going to come out on top between these two drivers? And it looks like our teammate gets a better exit out of the corner and takes the position away from Lewis Hamilton. But now we're going to look to the Mercedes driver once more, and now he is right on the tail of Leclerc, and now he's going to go side by side with our teammate into the penultimate corner. He has the inside line, does the Mercedes driver, and he takes the position back from Charles Leclerc here. And now it's going to be Lando Norris possibly to go side by side, and yes, he does do so down the main straight and in to the first corner. And will the move be made by the McLaren driver? However, there's a bit of contact there, I think, between the two drivers, and now it looks like Verstappen's going to join the action as well to possibly make it 3 wide. Not quite into the hairpin, and it's Verstappen past Leclerc now, and trying to do the same to Lando Norris as well, heading down the hill into turn 4, and it's side by side between Verstappen and Norris, and it looks like with a bit of a lock-up, Verstappen will take the position away from the McLaren driver. But now it's going to be Valtteri Bottas who is right on the back of the Williams car of George Russell here, heading down to the hairpin side by side, and that's 3 wide. It's Grosjean up the inside of the two of them here, and he's going to make the double overtake stick here, and it looks like it's a good exit from George Russell and from Grosjean as well, as they now go side by side heading down the hill, and it's Grosjean with the inside line advantage, and he uses that to take the position away from George Russell. But now it's going to be Valtteri Bottas to try again to overtake George Russell. Into the penultimate corner they go, and it's a good move there up the inside from the Mercedes driver. But now there's a queue of cars here on the back of the Williams driver, as now we come into the pit lane on lap 15 here for a set of medium compound tyres. And now onto the end of the lap here, we're right on the back of the Ferrari car of Pierre Gasly, as also Butler goes side by side with Alex Albon, and he takes the place as we go around the outside of Pierre Gasly, as well as we look behind our car now, and that is Lewis Hamilton also trying to overtake the Ferrari car. Side by side they go into the hairpin now, and is Hamilton going to be able to deal with this traffic? And yes, he indeed does. And now as we look back forward again, we are now right on the back of Alex Albon, and now going up the inside of him into turn 4, and we make the move stick as well. And now it's on to the start of lap 18, and Grosjean is out of this Austrian Grand Prix here, so not so good for the Haas team. And what's also not so good is that we have got Lewis Hamilton up our inside heading into the hairpin here, but we are able to do a switchback move to get back alongside, and with some DRS as well, to see if we can try and get back past the Mercedes car heading down the hill. and we've got the inside line advantage as well. So are we going to be able to use that to get back past Lewis Hamilton? And yes, we indeed do so, but now it's going to be Sergio Perez. He is right on the back of our teammate Charles Leclerc here. Side by side they go into the hairpin here, and who is going to come out on top here this time out? And it's a good exit there from Perez, and he is able to stay in front, but for how long is he going to be able to do that with the DRS for Leclerc as he goes around the outside? But no, that's a lock up there from our teammate, and for that reason he doesn't get past Sergio Perez at this moment in time. But now it's going to be George Russell to try the overtakes, and he is going to get the DRS on Leclerc here, heading towards the hairpin. Side by side they go, and it's George Russell with the outside line as Valtteri Bottas has a wee look at an overtake, but he's not able to do so, and it is George Russell who gets the better exit out of the corner, so he stays in front for the moment here. And is Charles Leclerc going to be able to make another move on the Williams driver? He is right behind him still as we head towards the penultimate corner here, and it's going to be side by side Leclerc with the inside line here, and he uses that to get the advantage and take the position away from the Williams car. But it's nose to tail here as we look behind from the car of Leclerc, and he's going to be under pressure once again here from the Williams car, and it's now going to again be side by side as Russell retakes the position here, and now it's going to be Lando Norris side by side with Valtteri Bottas, and it's going to be 3 wide including Leclerc as well into the hairpin here. And who's going to get the better exit out of this corner here? It looks like it's going to be Valtteri Bottas, and now it's side by side between Norris and Leclerc, and who's going to come out on top between these two this time heading into the 4th corner? And it's Norris who tries to go side by side with Valtteri Bottas as he stays ahead of Leclerc, and he's going to try and make the move on Bottas now as well here, and he does so indeed and takes the position away from the Mercedes car. And now he's going to try for some more overtakes, does Lando Norris, and he is now right behind the car of George Russell, and now side by side into the hairpin corner. Is he going to get the better exit? And it looks like yes, he will indeed do so and take the position away from the Williams car. But is he going to have an answer to that? Down the hill into the 4th corner, side by side once again here between George Russell and now Lando Norris, but Norris stays ahead of the Williams car. But now it's going to be Valtteri Bottas who is going to get the DRS down the main straight on George Russell here, and is he going to be able to use that to his advantage as they now go side by side as the Williams defends the inside line? And is that going to be a good strategy to defend from the Mercedes car? But now they go side by side, and it looks like Bottas has the advantage as now Leclerc has a look up the inside into the hairpin now, and is he going to also make a move on George Russell here? Side by side they go, and it looks like it's a better exit from George Russell, but is Leclerc going to make a move down the hill? And he's not going to be quite able to do so this time out, and now it's going to be George Russell once again here now on the back of Valtteri Bottas. He goes to the outside of the Mercedes car, and will he get the better exit out the corner? It looks like he has done, and it is the Williams driver who has taken the position for the moment here. But now it's going to be Leclerc to have a look down the outside and then up the inside as well of Valtteri Bottas, but it's not quite enough at this moment in time. But now it's going to be Lucas Weber, and now he's right on the back of the Renault car of Daniel Ricciardo here. Side by side they go, going into the hairpin, and who's going to come out on top between these two this time out here? And it looks like it's going to be Lucas Weber who has taken the position, but has Ricciardo got any answer to this at all as he takes a look around the outside going down the hill? But it's not going to quite be enough for the Australian driver. But now it's going to be Valtteri Bottas who is on the back of George Russell once again here. Side by side they go into the penultimate corner, and it looks like Bottas has indeed taken the position, and is Leclerc going to try and do the same thing as well down the main straight possibly and into turn 1 as well? And not quite here, but he's going to get a good run going out of the corner. and it's going to be George Russell who also gets a run, and he's overtaken Valtteri Bottas, and so might Leclerc as well, heading into the hairpin here, and Valtteri Bottas loses 2 positions there in the space of one straight, but it's on to the start of lap 35. We have got Lewis Hamilton for company here as he goes up our inside into the first corner, but can we possibly get back past the Mercedes driver heading up to the hairpin here? We'll have a look to the inside, and are we going to be able to do so? And that's Devin Butler coming out of nowhere around our outside and takes both of us, and up to P4 goes the Haas driver. And can we possibly try and get back past Lewis Hamilton now? Going into turn 4, we try and go around the outside, bit of a lock up there, and now we are side by side here. And are we going to be able to take the position here? And it looks like we back out of the move, so we're going to have to try and find another opportunity here. And now it's going to be Charles Leclerc on the back of George Russell here, down the main straight and on to the final lap of this race. Side by side they go, and Leclerc goes the long way around, but he makes the move stick nonetheless. And now it's going to be Valtteri Bottas to go side by side with George Russell once more here, heading into the hairpin now. And now Bottas looks up the inside of Leclerc into the hairpin as well, and can he make this move stick as well? But no, it's a good defence from our teammate Leclerc, but is he going to be able to do the same into the next corner? Down the hill they go, and it looks like Bottas has gone around the outside of Leclerc and has taken the position as well away from our teammate now, and it's on to the final lap for us, and we've got DRS on Lewis Hamilton now. We go up the inside of him into the hairpin, and are we going to be able to make the move stick? We try to squeeze him out, and we are able to take the position, and on now to the end of the race. We are able to come home for a finish of P5 in this Austrian Grand Prix.
As today's winners make their way up the podium steps, the team at Renault have shown once again what it takes to build a successful Formula One team. A well-deserved win for them.
And so it's Nico Hülkenberg who wins this Austrian Grand Prix, followed by Lucas Faber, and it's Daniel Ricciardo in 3rd place to make a Renault double podium here. But that means that Nico Hülkenberg climbs ahead of us in the championship standings here, and only 10 points behind the championship leader Leclerc. But if you have enjoyed the video, then do leave a like and share the video around, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on F1 2019. So I will see you next time for another video, and goodbye.